obviously you guys always want to get Marshawn the ball more. Is it sort of almost like a chicken and egg thing? You need more plays to give him the ball, but you want to give him plays to extend those drives?
Yeah, I mean that definitely goes hand in hand. I mean there's a lot of things that go into it. You can think just back to our first drive. We had a nice drive, moved the ball, got it in the red zone. We had two nice third down conversions. We don't convert the one in the red zone, end up kicking a field goal. Then I think the next 5 third downs we didn't convert, and so that's where you start having issues of not getting enough plays, and then long drives on the other side, so the clock's running. So it all, I mean, it all kind of goes hand in hand. There's it's not just one thing that ends up with 10 runs, 10 to Marshawn.
What was the most disappointing aspect of the offensive performance for you last week?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of things. I mean, obviously, not scoring enough points to win the game, and that's the bottom line for us on offense. But the biggest thing was just our overall execution. Again, I know it sounds too simple, but there was a lot of things for us that we didn't do well enough. Whether it was throwing, throwing the ball on time, throwing. He said he was off a little bit. There's a couple times we could catch the ball for him. Protection was off. There was a couple times in the run game, somebody goes the wrong way. And on offense, if you don't have all 11 guys working as one, and everybody doing the right thing at the right time, you can have some negative plays, and you can have plays that don't go anywhere. That starts to set you back. And then third down, we didn't convert on those, and that was kind of the story.
They really shut down Percy. Was that more what they were doing defensively, or was it what you're talking about, the execution, or maybe a block got missed?
Yeah, I think it was our overall execution. You can talk about the first bubble throw we threw to him. Jermaine's got a decent block there on the edge, trying to cut the guy, but the ball ends up being behind him on the throw. He has to spin around, takes his eyes away. We run right into the block. I mean, for example of that. And then a couple things in the run game here and there. And then they just, they make for plays that didn't look very good. You can go back weeks before, and they're great plays. So it's overall execution. There's not one thing. I can do a better job. I can get us into some better situations. We can run the ball more, like everyone's asking. I mean, all those things. But there's overall execution is really what it comes down to.
Obviously, we've seen Percy with the ball around the line of scrimmage a lot through reads and handoffs. What are his strengths as a receiver working down the field and looking at more of those intermediate and long?
Well, we know he's got speed. We know he can go down the field with speed. He's got great quickness. So we can use him in that. But the test always is to making sure some of those guys get the ball in their hands. They're such game breakers, whether it's Marshawn, whether it's him, and some of those plays make it easier to get him the ball and make sure that that they're in the stat sheet. He had a play that can impact the game. Sometimes you put a guy just at wide out. I'm watching the Rams play Dallas, and there's two guys standing over the top of Dez who are just going to take him away, and that can happen. So to ensure that doesn't happen, we try to do some things to make sure we can get the guy his touches.